Just look straight into the camera and state your name.
Should I say the government?
Up to you. Whatever you feel comfy with.
All right, yeah, that's AJ. Everybody knows me as AJ. Fuck it. AJ Albano.
With one word, can you describe the state of the world today?
Oh man, that's a good one. State of the world today. Damn, yo. Cause I guess it's all in perspective. Some days it's turmoil, and other days it's balanced. When I go with a more like Tao or like spiritual approach. And I think the world that we live in today, even though we're in turmoil and there's a lot of uncertainty, I think there's a misconception that it's something new, like struggle, injustices, a lot of corruption and a lot of beautiful things happen at the same time, in the same day. And I think there's this misconception that, oh, the world's gone to shit or shit is fucked up. Am I allowed to curse? Sorry about that.
You can.
But yeah, so things are messed up and like, what are we gonna do? It's never been this messed up. Like it's always been kind of messed up. I think things are amplified with technology and social media. And I think it depends on what we pay attention to. And I choose to like see the light and the love and not on some like kumbaya like bullshit, cause that could be, you know, there's this false sense of like people want to be spiritual and be light and whatever, but it comes down to intention and being present, and we have to get through this together as a society, as people, as a family and community. And I don't know. Damn, you said one word. Shit. But yeah, so I guess balanced. I choose to see the balance now. I mean, or at least be a part of the balance, restoring the balance.
Word. That's the first time I've heard that one.
Nah, I mean, it might be a privileged or a light, super light like mindset or like perspective, because I definitely feel like there's a lot of turbulence and turmoil, but I just feel like we had to be the change that we wish to see, and I process my emotions and my feelings, the sadness and the anger, but I'm learning to like process it and let go of it instead of like holding it and letting it weigh me down. And we got to provide healing, safe space, and an outlet for each other to create, to get together, to celebrate, and yeah, we have to rise above.
Like reflecting on the year so far, like what challenges have you faced this year?
Damn. First, I guess my internal challenges as a creative and a Libra indecisive overthinker. That's something that I've always dealt with, but that's something that I had to unpack in more recent years, and it trickled into this year in the beginning. Then this COVID stuff putting me and a lot of other people out of like work for a bit, forcing us to be indoors and look inward. If you're kind of like defaulting to like alcohol when you're indoors, no judgment, but because I definitely consume my share of alcohol, for those that know, I mean, I've been there, but looking inward and like facing demons and negative thinking, my own negative thinking, and then externally and also internally, my father passed away as a result of the virus, and that happening at the same time as the social injustices and the riots and a bunch of other stuff, and then people behaving as if like other people's experience is a illusion or a fantasy. It's not true, and that's something that doesn't really bother me too much, I guess. But if you consume a lot with the screens, it can kind of get to you, and I do feel a responsibility to share my perspective. But there's oftentimes don't engage, and I detach myself, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I think with the balances, it could be good. But yeah, losing my father was like, it's something that I was never, you're never really prepared to. I'm grateful to have this relationship that I had with my dad. I wish we were closer, I wish I saw him more, but I had him as long as I did, and I'm grateful for that. But you know, you enter this world with your parents, and that's the world you know. And when they leave the world, it's a different world, you know. And unfortunately, some people have to bury their own children and stuff like that. And I guess I'm a thinker, and I got to deal with my own shit. But then there's a part of me that's aware of everything else going on, and I'm trying to like find that like synergy and like being present and being still. And then also there's a time for stillness and there's a time for movement. And yeah, losing my father, and trying to be grateful and aware of my positioning and my gifts, and also allowing myself to still feel and process what I'm dealing with, and learning that, always learning, knew this before, but being like independent and autonomous and makes me more useful to the society and to the world. So if my mental and physical health and well-being isn't good, then like I'm not really as useful to others and to myself. But yeah, that's a crazy question, man. Like, so much 2020, like you ask that question any year, shit. Not being able to mourn properly. There's a moment of not like people not hugging each other. You're seeing loved ones, but you got a mask on, and like people obsessing about a mask and obsessing about like the little bit that they see of somebody else's life, and then like speculating off of that. And it's like, dude, like, you see somebody take a picture with or without a mask, and then you say, oh, this person's reckless, or this person is super safe and clean and whatever. Like, you don't know shit. You're not with anybody. Even your partner or your relative or your friends, you're not with them 24/7. Like, if I bake a pie or cook something for you, you trust that I wash my hands when I go to the bathroom, that I did it for 20 seconds or whatever, but you don't really know, you know what I mean? So I think that's like being aware and seeing people's intentions and like feeling that, and like going into this quarantine, I felt like a sense of like confidence and positive outlook with humanity. And then it kind of like, it goes up back and forth in waves. Like, it got destroyed, and then I built it back up. But it's like, I felt like people were going into this, and I'm like, yeah, everybody's gonna realize we need connection and community and family and love more than ever. And then it feels like it's done that for some people, forced us to appreciate certain things and be more bold and more expressive and sharing, and then it's made other people more scared and more fearful. And I struggle with like not trying to, I want to fix everything, I want to help everything, I want to do more, and I guess letting go of guilt, fear, and like regret. Because those things too are something that you hold on to, and it gets in the way of actually loving and creating, which I feel like are the closest things to godliness and to the source.
And just doing a quick reflect, like how have you grown from facing these challenges?
Damn, because I guess these old habits die hard, but being able to like examine and address them and I've instilled a lot of more good habits. I think my focus is less on resistance and like the regret or like beating myself up, which I used to do. And I might still do it once in a while. But I think instead of like resisting myself or these habits and like being like, oh man, AJ, you're doing that thing you always do. The overthinking thing or the talking too much thing or the can't make up your mind. And it's like I'm embracing that part of it and like, but also there's some part of it that I'm embracing, but there's the bad seeds, I guess, that I've choose to replace with and plant good seeds in their place. And I think implementing good habits, like from something as simple as like, oh, text Dane or Sean and tell him you love him, or go for a run today, or FaceTime mom, or start that project. Instead of like saying like, oh, I should do this, but it's been too long. Or when I think of something, I guess 2 or 3 times, I just try to do it instead of like dismissing my own feelings, my own self. Like, oh, that's a silly idea. You don't have time for that, or this, it's late for that. It's never too late. So I guess a lot of positive affirmations, choosing to see and create abundance, seeing opportunity, and choosing to like love and honor myself, and choosing to love and honor myself if I'm making a healthy food choice or the media that I consume. These things that I consume, I'm just trying to be mindful of what I consume and do it from a place of like good intention where I could serve myself and serve others better. To love yourself is to love your neighbor, and to love your neighbor is to love yourself.
If you are hopeful, what are you most hopeful for in 2021?
I'm hopeful for the connection and the community and the love and the good karmic seeds that we've planted, my friends and my family, as a community, that those are going to continue to grow into beautiful, like, trees and flowers and fruitful things that we've watered. And I'm hopeful that we're going to learn from some of our mistakes and shortcomings and maybe not see it as shortcomings or barriers, but part of the process of growth and healing. And I think we're at least we are on the right track. There's a lot of fucked up shit happening. And, I think we choose where we can make an impact. And I think we're doing that. And through projects like this, you reaching out to me, and we always have amazing conversations and say, hey, we need to document and share this. And I think that we're tapped in and there's a collective consciousness, and we're taking initiative and this responsibility seriously to cultivate community and to push positive messaging and narratives for our people, and our communities and our families. So yeah, that's what I think we're already there in that direction. But I think like 2021, we're gonna start seeing a lot of that content, and hopefully we inspire others to do the same.